Okay, hello and welcome to this build of the F14D by Revell in 1/44 scale. To start off, it asks you to build the cockpit, but parts of the cockpit require decals, so that's what I'm doing now. I've soaked the decals in some Decal Fix by Humbrol, and I'm just going to apply them to the parts of the cockpit. This cockpit is really tiny, and you have loads of little tiny decals to apply to this kit. So we've got, like, these are the comm panels on the sides of the cockpit. It took a bit of trying to get them to shift off of the back film because they were quite old, these decals as well. So as you can see, just sliding them into place. So it's a little bit difficult to do this on camera. So it's just getting them to line up in place. Give them a light coat of Decal Fix just to keep them in place. Okay, so now I'm going to be painting the interior. So I'm just painting the pilot seats with some dark camo green. Okay, so now I'm using black grey. This is to accent the seats. Certain parts in the cockpit. So now I'm using some Vallejo white model colour. Paint the outer edges of the cockpit bucket as stated in the instruction manual. Okay, so this is the finished cockpit now. Now we're going to start assembly. I've added some nose weight to this with a new product that I've been trying out, which is Liquid Gravity by Deluxe Materials. You need, obviously, the Liquid Gravity, and you put a couple of dabs of super thin super glue on it. Soaks in and causes a nice strong weight. Because I was going to be building this on its landing gear, but then I changed my mind. So once that was dry, then get to assemble the nose part of the aircraft. So I'm installing the cockpit. So now I'm attaching the other half of the nose section. Took a little bit of wiggling to get it to fit right. Use a couple of clothes pegs just to hold it together. using some Humbrol liquid poly to fill in the gaps as well. Make sure I've got a nice solid bond. So up next I'm installing the back half of the nose cone section. It just goes behind the front landing gear. Going back in with the liquid poly again. Just getting it all lined up. And then just touching the edges with the liquid poly, and the capillary action of the glue will flow into the crack and smooth it out for you. Also can use this for removing mould lines. I tend to use it for some models where you've got mould lines on rounded surfaces. Okay, so now I'm assembling the main part of the body, and you have to drill holes for where the missile's attached to the hull, or fuselage, whatever you want to call it. Calls for drilling some holes in. So now we have to install the wings. They do like swizzle in and out. Just doing a quick dry fit to make sure it's all fitting correctly. So now I'm just putting a couple of blobs of normal poly cement in certain areas. And just adding a couple of clothes pegs to hold it while it dries. Okay, so now I'm applying the forward nose cone with the cockpit assembly. Just making sure it all lines up properly. So now I'm applying some liquid poly to this as well, so liquid poly cement just to seal in the area, make sure it's seamless. Okay, so now I'm adding on the engine intakes. So again, with the liquid poly, make it seamless where the joins are. Applying the undercarriage doors now. Oh no, that's the sensor probe, sorry, not the undercarriage doors. And the arrestor hook. Now I'm sticking on the vertical tail planes. Just going in with some liquid poly. Now I'm attaching the engine exhausts. Okay, so now I'm making all the weapons. I went for the ARM and the Sidewinder combination. So the little ones I'm sticking on the side there are Sidewinders. Just making sure that they're nicely settled in place, and put a little bead of liquid poly just to give it a stronger bond, because it's flat against flat with this. And this is the ARM. Air to ground missile. Just assembling the two assemblies together. These are the wing rockets. Or missiles, whatever. These are the drop tanks. just holding it together with the clothes peg while the glue dries. Okay, these are some more ARMs, but these are on rails in the middle of the fuselage. And so this aircraft carries 6 ARM missiles and 2 Sidewinders. Okay, so now I'm beginning the final assembly. Just attaching the weapons that go along the centre of the fuselage. Make sure I get them the right way around. Okay, now these are the ones that go behind the front set. They just sort of like go end to end. Okay, so now I'm attaching the drop tanks. Okay, just making sure it's nice and seamless. Okay, so that's it for the F14 build. Next up you'll see the painting of the F14, so thank you very much for watching. Until next time, happy modelling guys, cheers!